Dragon Ball Sparking Zero is just a month away from release and I was lucky enough to try out the latest build at Gamescom, so I've decided to give you guys my first impression and thoughts about the game. This video will also be told by someone that has never played any of the Budokai Tenkaichi games, so I was really curious to see why everyone calls this game the second coming of Jesus, aka the best anime game of all time. On top of all of this, I will be using a few clips that were recorded by other people, so you won't have to watch a video with a shaky camera. I will do my best to link all of those videos down in the description. Now that I have laid out the terms and conditions to watching this video, let's get started. Due to prior experience from other arena fighters, I had confidence that I'll be fine in my first game. Unlike last year when I played Naruto Storm Connections, I was fighting against the CPU, which in my mind couldn't be that bad. Well, that was a fucking lie. The CPU decided to go all in, equal lefts, equal rights, I didn't even know how to move, I got destroyed. If you have watched the first Sparking Zero video I have uploaded, you know what I'm talking about. Not gonna lie, I'm fine with the CPU being useful. The problem of anime games is that fighting against non-human opponents is a joke. They are usually just punching back, and I can say confidently that even when I learned the controls, there were times when I've lost or at least got timed out by the CPU. All of that pace, however, goes out of the window because the CPU is random. It's either a joke or it's destroying you. The combat also feels easy to learn. While I did figure out the buttons without looking at the controls, I got the hang of the game after just a few rounds, but I do have to say, it's really annoying that the camera loses focus at random times. Not only does it not find where your opponent is after you kill one of his characters, but there were literally times when it randomly dropped my target and I was missing everything that I did. There were times when I have beaten one of the characters, but because the CPU was on steroids, in about one frame I was attacked and I had zero chance to defend myself. There were also some moments when the CPU just forgot that the game is still ongoing. I believe there were 2 times when I've punched it so hard it couldn't wake up until I attacked. I really hope that this is only exclusive to the CPU, otherwise if another player can get stuck, then this will be game breaking the moment players figure out how to knock someone out intentionally. The animation is great. From what I can tell, it got improved since the last demo, however it's still unfinished. In Dragon Ball Sparking Zero you can literally destroy entire zones, which will transition into a fiery volcano stage, but the transition itself is just unfinished. It's awful. This is probably one of the only things that I'm confident to say that it's a work in progress and it won't stay as it is in the final build, but I thought I would mention this just in case. And since we're talking about the looks of the game, sometimes Sparking Zero just turns blurry out of nowhere. Luckily I haven't seen this happen outside of animations and this mostly happens in the intro, but I don't think I have seen this issue being mentioned in prior demo versions, so I really hope Bandai knows this problem exists. Another issue that I have to mention is the fact that you can get out of bounds. Yep, I got knocked out of bounds with Trunks and I had to teleport back inside the stage. Again, I know this is a demo, but how much you wanna bet that Bandai doesn't know about half of the problems that I have just mentioned? At this point you might think that I'm hating on Sparking Zero, but just to balance out the tone of the video, I have to say the attention to details is insane. The other day someone used my clip on Twitter to show off how charging your ki pushes away the dust around you, and while it might not be that interesting to the average player, I appreciate these little details. The fact that you can destroy the stage is also insane. I've heard that there's a transition in the World Martial Arts Tournament arena, but other stages have transitions too, so that's another dub in my book. I've also heard that Bandai does not aim for perfect balance for Sparking Zero, and while this might make some of you raise your eyebrows, I love it! I don't want a perfectly balanced game. I want a fun game. I never liked in the Naruto Storm games that Sakura can knock out Madara just as easily as Naruto or Sasuke can. Let the strong characters cook the weak. In earlier versions of the demo, players have mentioned that the game was lagging offline, but I'm proud to announce that this issue does not exist in this build. The gameplay was fluid. I think the game only froze for a split second once during my playtime, and I have played for about 5 days, so that's acceptable in my opinion. That was about all I could figure out in the demo version of Sparking Zero, and if I didn't know anime games any better, I would say that the game will be amazing, but unfortunately, I had the same feeling about Naruto Storm Connections last year. I had a lot of fun playing against other people, the new characters felt fresh, the old characters got fixed. However, not only did Bandai mess up the online, but even the story mode sucked. So this year around, I'm not gonna be as hopeful as I was last year, especially since, as far as I know, none of the Tenkaichi games had online versus mode. We don't even know if they know how to figure out the netcode. Anime arena fighters usually have bad netcode. Why is nobody talking about this? I do have to give credit where it is due. I have heard that the game was not supposed to have offline versus, but after the feedback of the player base, they have decided to add one, so this is the reason why I'm mainly listing negatives of the game. Even though this is supposed to be a first impression video, I just want Bandai to know all my worries, all the problems that I have faced, and they will never know them if I only praise Sparking Zero. Yes, I agree with every other YouTube content creator that this will probably be the best arena fighter of all time. Yes, this game might even kill Dragon Ball FighterZ and make everyone transition over, assuming FighterZ doesn't kill itself with the latest update they're about to release. And yes, this video might have been overshadowed by my experience with the 2x scale Alpha Lab literally days before I have flown out to Germany, so apologies if anyone feels like I'm bashing their favorite game. It's not my intention. I'm just trying to help the community to get what they deserve, and that is the perfect Dragon Ball game that honors the legacy of the Budokai Tenkaichi games. And speaking of perfect anime games, Bandai just confirmed a bunch of features that usually get added about a year later to anime games. About a week ago they released a quick video on Twitter that has pretty much confirmed all the community features an online game needs. Online and offline tournaments, spectator mode, like I hate it when I have to use a third-party website to watch my friends play a game that I should be part of, and Sparking Zero luckily have avoided this issue. Now they also mentioned that the game will have rank and connection filters, which is cool and all, but I hope that's not their way of saying they don't care about how bad the online is. They better release the game with flawless netcode. And let's learn from the mistakes of another anime game published by Bandai Namco. Naruto Storm Connections didn't have an option to leave out of games for almost a whole year. Please Bandai, give us an option to dodge people that got bad connection. Before I wrap this video up, I just wanna say thank you everyone for watching my gameplay videos of Sparking Zero, even if the camera was shaking. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you wanna see more Dragon Ball Sparking Zero videos on the channel, then give this video 50 likes and 1000 views, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel either. That's gonna be it for today, boys. Peace!